So one of the things that can be confusing for a beginning Prolog programmer is the distinction between facts and queries or questions. So for the most part, the distinction between facts and rules is pretty clear, although as you'll learn, a fact is just a special case of a rule, but facts and queries often look the same. So we can have facts like this. Here we have 3 facts: red wagon, astronaut Neil Armstrong, and state Arizona. And of course, we can have more than one fact with the same predicate. So here we have 4 total state facts. And we can also have facts with more than one argument. So here we have a set of tall facts where we have some object and then how tall that particular object is. Now queries look a lot like facts. So I can say red wagon, and that's a query asking, is the wagon red? Or astronaut Neil Armstrong is a query or a question asking, is Neil Armstrong an astronaut? And then if I have more than one argument, this is asking, is Mount Everest 29,032 feet tall? Now, a lot of times you'll see it said that a query is different from a fact because a query can have variables. Well, a fact can also have variables, although then it's a little more strictly a rule. But here are some examples of queries with variables where if we say red X, that's asking what is red. If we say astronaut X, that's asking who is an astronaut. And if we say tall Everest X, that's asking how tall Mount Everest is. But again, you'll see that the syntax is pretty much the same. So here I have a file with my facts. These are the facts we just saw. And here I've opened a Prolog window, and let me consult that file. Okay, so it looks like that's completed. So now I can ask a query, is the wagon red? The answer is yes. Is Texas a state? Yes, it is. Was Wilt Chamberlain 7 feet tall? And of course I have to spell it right. And the answer to that is true. Now I could also ask, is Florida a state? And the answer to that is no. And of course, the reason for that is the closed world assumption that Prolog operates under that says anything I can't prove is false. What's the distinction between these facts and these queries? Well, the facts are in my fact base. I consult the facts, and then the queries are what I enter into Prolog to get answers from the fact base. So the syntax is actually identical. So hopefully you can see I could have just copied and pasted my queries from the fact base into Prolog to see what the response would be. The syntax is identical. The real difference is when I'm using them. Facts go in the fact base before I consult the file. Then once I've consulted the file, I perform queries with the same syntax on that fact base. So hopefully that clears up the distinction between facts and queries in Prolog.